Now, hello everyone and welcome to Manor Lords. Finally, we can have a look ourselves at this game. The early access is out today, or the demo is out today, and we can finally play the game ourselves. And of course, we're doing that right away. A very promising, big, dynamic city building game that, holy cow, it is complex and it is beautiful. And let's just go ahead and have a look at the new game that this game offers. So we do have, of course, as we can see here right away, some campaigns that we can play in the full version then. And right now we have Rise to Prosperity, and you're the first lord to settle these lands, start from nothing and build a prosperous medieval city. And also what we can see right away is we can decide, or we can choose some avatars here that we can play, right? A portrait, we're Sir Greg, and we can also decide on what our banner should look like, our coat of arms should look like. This is definitely not a symbol that I like. This looks more promising. Perhaps there's even something better. Oh yes, this is what I would like to go. And with that, we can actually already go ahead. There's lots of options here. As we can see, we can even multiply them and stuff like that. But of course, the game is more interesting to me right now than the customization, so this is fine for me. So Greg, let's get cracking with Manor Lords. And there we are, right away in a new game, basically. So we are playing here on the high settings, of course, and we are just starting out with a couple of people there. We can also zoom in really close. I mean, look at the distance. Right, and this is all buildable. Don't get fooled by that. It's all buildable. And let's just have a quick look around. We can also zoom out very, very far, so into our terrain, right? So this is us. And then we have, of course, the world map as well, where all the other territories or regions are that we can conquer. Unfortunately, in the demo, we cannot conquer that. We are in Leyfeld, as it's called right now. Somewhere here, right? Somewhere here in the middle. There we are right now. We got an ox. And we got a few people. Actually, in fact, we only got 5 people. York, Linhart, Peter, Erhard, and another Peter. Oh, this is going to get confusing. We also have a message. There's a fire at the heart of every settlement, a bastion of safety, warmth, and light against the darkness of the world. On this cold spring morning, your men blow on their fingertips, their breath clouding in the air, but there is plenty of work to warm them. As the toil begins, you can almost imagine your heart the ring of anvils, the tolling of bells, the cries of the marketplace, possibilities. In distance, fog lingers in the hollows of the land, and the world is quiet, watchful, waiting for you to choose which of those to make real. And with that, we also get some missions right away. Build a granary, logging camp, forager hut, and a storehouse. There we have it. Just have a quick look around. We can see there's an iron deposit over there. Below the surface, of course. Wow, it's absolutely beautiful. And quiet right now. Not much going on. Let's just get started with our first buildings, right? There is the main road here. So the main road, of course, connects us. We also have the road system in this game. So we do need to connect the buildings with a road so that the cart can actually get over there. And since we have a crossing here already, why not just make the crossing here as well? We can also add the curvature of the road as it is going up here into my main area, right? So we are just going up here, and then we probably will make the road continue into this area. The road, as far as I can tell, doesn't really cost me that much, so we can just go ahead with that. And over there in this tiny area, I think this looks perfect for a logging camp. I'm just going to have my road right here in this dark forest area. And there we have it, the logging camp, our very first building. And this is also pretty big, right? And as we can see, we also have then a road connection right away. So let's go ahead and start the construction of this one here. So not much is happening, right? Of course, they're going to build this one here step by step now. All right, we can also see some fertilities here. So the rye fertility. The smell, there's fortunately no smell yet. Underground water, very important because we need to build wells, right? And they need to be built upon a water vein. Right, my workers, they're now going about their business. Oh, they're very detailed. Right, and this fella here now is going out there into the world. We also have the logging camp. As we can see, those are the assigned workers now. And they're going to either build or transport goods over there, right? So at the moment, we're still waiting for one more good before we can start the construction of this one here. Oh, it has been delivered with the ox.
Come along, lad.
So this fella here is doing that. And those guys are now... Oh, they're also using my road. That is just good, so it was not the worst decision. We should also get ahead with the other buildings right away. So we do need a forager hut and a granary then as well. And, let's go with the forager hut. So probably I should also have this where we have... There it is, right? Berries. Seasonal. So let's have this close to my logging camp. Right here then as well. So those people can then get over to the berries. Meanwhile, the construction continues. Step by step, they're building it. Oh, I could totally sit down here now and enjoy the remains of the day. As they're building our first house, our logging camp. Really, really plank by plank. While construction resumes, we could also check out what we need here actually. So we got 5 unassigned families, a total population of 4, the approval rating is 48%, public order, regional wealth, livestock. We got the number of months, so there's seasons of course. Right now we're in March, that is spring. So frequent raining, berry deposits regrow, ploughing for quick summer harvest possible. Crops, food, fuel, timber, stone, tools, materials, equipment. And then we got ourselves here. And by the way, we can also, and that is really cool, control ourselves. That is us in the game. We can walk around. I did not notice that we had such a beard. But I guess it's fine. And we can walk around in our town and enjoy the day. Now that is sick. I gotta say that. That is absolutely fantastic. And we can just enjoy our medieval area. Meanwhile, construction resumes. So we are very close now to the completion of our first building here. Also, food has to be moved to a granary or else it can be damaged by weather. Exposed storage in general, and we got 5 homeless people. So we will also need to work then on our production. But wait a second, let's actually start with the granary then right away. Costs me 2 logs. And can we please get it in here somehow? This seems unlikely. This is possible. Let's get the granary in here rather central, right? So we can have then the buildings around it. So the forager here delivering the berries then right into it. And there it is. Our first building has finished. The logging camp. And the logging camp now needs, it can have up to 3 workers, and we can now assign someone to it. And we also need to assign a work area for it. And of course, where there's lots of logs, we can also make the work area smaller or bigger. Like so. And then we decide, let's actually go for this area here, because I don't know if trees really regrow. So we could use this then for more city area then later on, right? So this is our work area now. Since we only got 5 people, I'm not going to assign another one yet, because I don't know how it affects us then. And Peter, one of my 2 Peters, is doing the job. He already got an axe. And he's now on his way chopping down trees. And boy, he's got a lot of work ahead of him. Next building on its way, the forager hut, once again. Very detailed progression. Alright, doesn't take that long. Forager hut. 3 people are still working on it. And then this is finished. Then we will already have the construction of the granary. By the way, here logging camp is finished. Forager hut is coming up now. And then we have the granary and the storehouse we also need. So let's go ahead. Storehouse, there it is. And let's just see. Yeah, let's have the granary and the storehouse together, right? So both of them are more or less here in the center. And can we make this one? I will probably... Can I? Yeah, I can. Perfect. So I will probably have a road then going out here. And we can also curve the road to our wishes. Like so, for example. Or we just go like this. Right. Yep, this looks okay. And then we still need the storehouse over here. There you go. So that both of these constructions are rather central in my village. There it is, forager hut. The next house is finished. Looking slick. I wonder how you get in there. Probably from the other side. I hope so. And let's just assign someone to that as well, right? So up to 4 people can work in here. And we also will need to decide the work area. Now we do have the berry bushes over here. So let's just decide for this one here to be our working area for this forager hut. It is also connected to the road network right away. And as we can see, there is now someone coming in and getting then the berries from the forest area. And that ox is really doing an amazing job here. Dragging around the logs that we need, right? It's already getting it to the storehouse while the other ones work on this building here. So this has all the resources. And this one here is now being delivered. And where is it coming from, by the way? From here, my supplies. And we have 1 more timber available. That's it. So my logging camp really should start working here, please. Seems like we might be running out of logs here pretty soon. Oh, it's getting cloudy. So we just had a bright sky and now it's getting cloudy there. Interesting, look at that. This does not like it's scripted or so, but there is a huge cloud coming in. I wonder if it's starting to rain soon. Of course, I always enjoy running around in my own village. It's also funny that I'm the only one that wears color. So I have red and everyone else is just grayish. And I can just watch. I mean, I'm not really here for work, right? Also, my logging camp has finished working, so we got 1 log in store now. And I think... I mean, how many logs do we have now with that? 1 only, right? Because the storage is empty. We also have the supplies here still, so some 16 bread, 25 wood and 1 tool. That's all we have right now. And Linhard is going back with the ox. Poor beast. Needs to drag things around all day. We also get the first berries in, very good. But we still are working on the granary and the storehouse. And indeed, it rains! I didn't think it would be possible, but actually, yes, the clouds that were moving in from the mountains brought rain with them. Beautiful. So this is not just some decoration up here in the sky, right? They actually moved in and it started raining. It's also interesting to know, while the buildings are being built, that we have a huge tech tree ahead of us, right? So lots of branches here where we can put our development on, put our policy on, and put our production on. So there's also lots of things to discover then down the road. I don't know how we unlock these points there yet. I'm eager to find out. By the way, let's just have a quick look on the map, because I would like to see iron deposit, stone deposit. There's a traveling merchant over there, so these are also on the way. Trading with you once you have the trading post, I guess. And once again, very, very detailed and polished characters. I'm blown away by it, to be honest. He's not prepared for rain, though. And up there we can see our village. And Linhard with the ox. I mean, it's just incredible. Look at that. They're even building the floor now here, step by step. And we can just watch as they're doing it. And, yep, the rain slowly stops. The sun is coming through again. And there it is coming along. I think we can finish it now. We can, of course, also speed it up the time by 4 and by 16. Right, if it's a bit too slow for us. There it is, and the granary has been finished. We can also once again assign someone to that. I think, wait a second. Yeah, there's 4 berries now in here. So I think the worker that we assigned to the granary, right? He's now going to help supply the food stalls faster. Yes, so he's going to get the food now from the forager hut and gets it to the granary. And the granary is really important because it allows us to have food that doesn't spoil so quickly. Because we have exposed food still, food has to be moved to a granary or else it's damaged to the weather. And there is our supplies. So the person that is assigned to it, that's the granary worker here. So that's Linhard. And he's now getting the food from the supplies and gets it over to the granary, so it lasts longer. Alright. He will still have to work on his working there though. Next up would be the storehouse already. Also very important to get the logs in, right? So right up here we have the logging camp. We got 2 logs in store already. By the way, can we see it? I think we can see it. Yep, there it is. The 2 logs. Once again, very detailed. And this is then getting over to my storehouse. And as we can see also, the amount of people that work on these constructions is going down. So we will not be able to get that many people working here anymore. Only 1 is working for now. And we still need more. So the granary, the logging camp, the storehouse. And then we have finished the establishing a foothold. I hope we get enough food out of it. Forager hut. Right. Where's that worker, by the way? People, Peter, where are you? Oh yeah, he's actually in the forest right now. Getting the berries. Also, the sun is coming out again, so it's time to leave my tent and have a quick look around. Watching as my town is growing, so there is still the construction for the storehouse. It's 2 people now working on it, perfect. And over here then we got our already finished houses there. Oh yes. Oh yes. It is also now April, so we've advanced with 1 month already. And we're still in spring though, right? So frequent rain, berry deposits regrow. Very good. As the storehouse is coming along. It's a pretty big building, so it might take a bit more time than usual. But I absolutely don't mind just watching as they're doing their job. And as we can see, more blue sky appears now. The rains are over. Also amazing how far we can really see and how detailed it still looks even in the distance, right? If we get a bit further outside, we can also of course see it a bit further, right? This is all buildable space. If we want to get that far. That is the whole map. And of course, we're not the only one on that map, right? So there's other people playing around here. And they might trade with us. They might also attack us at some point. And the quest has been completed. Right, so the storehouse has been finished. That's it. We probably will need to assign someone to that. And he will now get the logs in. That's the only good that we have right now that we are producing. New message. Your supplies are dry and secure and the first stage of work is done. The stories your people tell around the fire are the many dangers in the world, from beasts to blights. Strange tales about foxes who go on pilgrimage or small creatures who spin gold from sunset to sunrise. They tell these stories to put common names to their fears. Soon, they'll teach these stories to their own children. It's time to bring wives and children to the settlement. Now that they can take shelter in proper homes for your lands to prosper and grow, you'll need not only workers, but families. New objective, we need to build a well and a burgage plot. 5 of them actually. Alright, and for this, we will see now some interesting new mechanics. We only have 1 more worker available though, so it's going to take a while, I think, for this. We could also just... No, I'm not doing this. So we are actually going to start with that right away. We do need a well first that we have here. And as we can see, we cannot build the well anywhere right away, right? So we do need to have these water veins that appear once I click on the well. And we need to build a well right on top of them, right? Only here it works, for example. Here it doesn't anymore. That's very interesting, I think. So let's go ahead and have this first well here in the city center once again, right? So we could, yeah, there we can have it. Let's go ahead. And it will cost me 1 log. I hope we're not getting rid of that tree here. It should be fine. I don't want to get rid of this tree. Righto. And next up, we do need some building space for houses, right? Because right now we don't have any houses. We only have industry buildings available to us. And now we want to get some houses done. And this is actually done in a zoning manner, like in Foundations, for example. There it is. The burgage plot provides one living space to a family. And as we can see, the game already tells us how we can do this. So we can make a zone, and we can then also decide the size of the buildings in it, and we can also build them around. The really cool thing is, this system actually snaps to the streets if I want to, right? So I can also just get along on the streets and start doing this. I can also just make it like so, and this is probably looking like a good one. Oh, it's too small, all right? So this is the house that we have then here. I would like to make it a bit bigger build, please. Can we do like that? No. This would be big enough for 2. Alright. I want to have 2 houses here at least. That is possible. But we don't have enough resources. Okay, we cannot build this one yet. We need 4 logs. I do have 3. Let's just do 1 for now. There it is. And there we have it now. And this is a living space, right? So someone can move in here with his family. And this is really important because now that families will move in, and we can also have then some schoolie pooping and get new people. I think we also get some people then with immigration. But right now, of course, no one wants to live here. Except for the 5 refugees that we are right now. Plus the Lord, of course. Alright, and as we can see, Linhard is already getting the logs over now. And it's also then time again to just have a quick look around. The storehouse, finished in all its glory. You can also just follow him over here. There's the well now that is being under construction then. Very important that we have some water supply. And over here, living space for the first families that will move here then. Ah, very nice. And also here, it's coming along. So as we can see, the logs are coming in. And soon the first people can then move into my house. And how's it coming along with the well? 0 workforce right now. Do we not have any people available anymore? We got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should still be 1 available. There's the unassigned person. He's transporting the timber right now. So we don't have any spare workers, right? So it's only 1 person doing that. We could think of actually making the storehouse deactivated right now. Where's the person that is doing this? Transporting. He's transporting something. Oh, he gets the firewood over. We probably should be doing this because firewood should not get wet. Let's get this one into the storehouse then. So he's now transporting the log over there, right? And then all the goods have been delivered. And then he should start working on them.
Is that this sun or fire above?
Perfect. And now he gets back home to the hitching post, getting the ox off, and then... So it's very realistic, right? It takes time, of course, but that is the realism of the game. Meanwhile, it's also always worth just watching my people doing their job. So Peter here is chopping down some trees. And of course, this is also no easy task. Especially for the poor sod to do it all alone. But we do need the logs. We have 2 more timber in store still, and timber is very useful for all our houses, right? So, where is he? York, where are you? Is he still delivering? Yeah, he's still delivering stuff. There he is. He's guiding the ox. Alright, so we got the granary worker here, Linhard. He's procrastinating. So he's just postponing work because there's nothing really urgent to do right now. So we're going to disassign him from the granary. And now you really could build me something. He already got a hammer now. And I think this is looking like he builds a well now. Yes, construction time. Finally, because we do need that well. Unfortunately, we cannot build ourselves, right? I could help him. I could also motivate him to do more things, please. but he doesn't want to. I guess my pure presence could make him work faster. And luckily, no one chopped down that tree here, because I really like the tree that we have there in the area. Since we have the timber, let's assign some more space here to housings. So we have one big house then here and two smaller ones here. We can also change this one to one big one, right? Or two smaller ones. The road connection, however, is then here on that side. This is messy though, right? So let's try to make this one a bit bigger, like going over there, so that we have more road connections then on that side. This is working perfect. Because I would like to see how the game makes this one work, right? It's not looking really beautiful there, but I would like to see how this one moves in. So let's build it. All of them have a road connection then. And by the way, we can then also continue based on this one here to get the road over. And also here. Meanwhile, the well is coming along. So soon it will be finished now.
There's no oval. Tomorrow, find a new home or town.
There it is, and the well is finished. Providing water to the village now. And now he can continue finally working on the burgage plot. And we will need 5 of them. So 3 we have now. Going to take a while, right? So he's starting the construction of this one now, while the other worker is getting the logs now. There he is, York. He's getting it over here, delivering the timber in the meantime to those 2 burgage plots. Very good. The next one, the burgage plot. Let's just watch this one in fast forward now, as he is doing his construction thing. Of course, we don't need a foundation. He's just building it right on top of the earth. Oh, it even gets a fence. Must be a rich family moving in here. And a little garden, right? And of course, this is tier 1 now. And this will also then change to whatever is here then. Oh, there's a second person working on that now. Linhart? Did I unassign someone? The granary, yeah, I did unassign one, yes. But he was working on the strange. No idea. 2 people is better than 1, of course. This one also has then all the logs now in stock. So it's also then being constructed. And this funny one here is also receiving its logs now. And there it is, coming to an end. And with that, we finally got the first house for the first family to move in then, right? Very good. Watch out for supplies. Peasants are coming to your village. This is great, but watch out for your supplies. Hungry and cold peasants can rebel. And in this burgage plot, is someone living in now? Yes, there it is. Okay, they're spawning in it. And we got the first woman in the village, Christina. Hello there. And she is an unassigned worker, so she's also some workforce. 6 people we have now. And Christina is getting some water for her home, right? And as we can see, that would be the upgrade to level 2 then. Also, we can see the requirements for this. We do need to provide now some better food. There's no fuel in here yet. And Peter and Christina moved in now. So husband and wife, I guess, and they will, yeah, scootly poop around because they have some privacy finally, and they will then also be able to create children, to craft children of their own, and let our village grow. It's also really cool that they have an outhouse. Nice detail. And of course, a little store hut. And of course, the rest takes place in the building itself. Now I wonder, can we, as the ruler, the rightful ruler, can we move into this house there? I don't think so, right? Oh yeah, we can. We can actually move in. I hope I'm not trapped. No, we can only get out of the door. That's also the door area here, right? So this is the first people moving in now. I hope they're paying me taxes soon, please. We need those taxes. And construction of the next house has started. So far so good. Stay tuned.